How did the arrival of the great teachers Kripacharya and Dronacharya change the power equation of the Kuru kingdom? Hello viewers, welcome back to Katha Yogam. In today's episode, we unravel a tale where destiny defies nature. We explore the extraordinary arrivals of two legendary teachers, Kripacharya and Dronacharya, both born under mystical circumstances without a mother, and both destined to train the very princes who would stand on opposite sides of the Kurukshetra war. Let's dive into this fascinating chapter from the Mahabharata. Please take a moment of your precious time to subscribe to our channel. It costs you nothing, but your support will help us bring more captivating stories from the treasure trove of Indian epics to you. As sage Vaishampayana continued to narrate the mighty epic, the audience remained in awe of how Bhima had not only survived a deadly conspiracy, but had also gained the strength of 10,000 elephants. Duryodhana, witnessing every failed attempt to harm Bhima, grew more restless. His fears only multiplied when Arjuna, under the guidance of powerful teachers, began to shine even brighter. Curious about the mysterious origins of these teachers, King Janamejaya interrupted the tale. He wished to hear how the gurus of the Kuru princes came into the world without a mother, and how they eventually became their instructors. And so, the sage began the story of Kripacharya's birth. There once lived a sage named Sharadvat, whose mastery over divine weapons and spiritual knowledge grew so immense that even Indra, the king of the gods, began to feel threatened. In an attempt to distract him, Indra sent the celestial maiden Janapadi, whose beauty could shake even the most disciplined minds. One day, while Sharadvat was practicing archery in the stillness of the forest, his eyes suddenly caught sight of the Apsara Janapadi. Her ethereal beauty shattered his concentration. Though he tried to hold firm, the moment overwhelmed him. Against his will, his vital energy was released. Embarrassed and desperate to protect his vows of celibacy, Sharadvat left the forest. But the divine energy he left behind touched a patch of dry grass. From that very clump, two children emerged, twins, a boy and a girl. A soldier accompanying King Shantanu, who was hunting nearby, stumbled upon the twins. They were lying beside a bow, arrows, and a deer skin. Recognizing something sacred in their presence, the king brought the children to the palace and raised them with love, naming them Kripa and Kripi, meaning those adopted and raised out of compassion. Through his spiritual insight, Sharadvat eventually discovered their whereabouts. He came to Hastinapur, revealed the truth, and resumed his role, not as a father, but as a teacher. He trained Kripa in every aspect of warfare: the knowledge of arms, military tactics, philosophy, and the secrets of battle. Kripa soon became a brilliant master, a man of wisdom and strength. His discipline and knowledge earned him the position of royal teacher in Hastinapur, where he was entrusted with training not just the Pandavas and Kauravas, but also princes from distant lands. In another corner of Bharatavansha, another unusual birth was unfolding, this time from a sacred vessel of clay. At the source of the Ganga lived the mighty sage Bharadwaja, a man of great spiritual depth, who spent his days immersed in rituals and meditation. One day, as he prepared for his Agnihotra sacrifice, he went to the river with other sages to bathe, and fate decided to play its part. There, he saw Gritachi, a celestial Apsara, just stepping out of the water after her own bath. Her beauty was beyond words. Her garments, still wet, clung to her form and slipped slightly as she moved with gentle grace. In that fleeting moment, sage Bharadwaja was overwhelmed. His body reacted before his mind could resist. His vital essence emerged, but rather than letting it go to waste, he caught it swiftly in a Drona, a sacred clay vessel. From that pot, a child was born. He was named Drona, the one born not from a womb, but from a pot. Drona was raised in the serene surroundings of the ashram. From a young age, he was quiet, observant, and brilliant. He learned the Vedas, their branches, and the powerful science of warfare. Among his early influences was Agnivesha, a fiery disciple of Bharadwaja who passed down the Agneya weapon, a weapon of fire, to Drona. Over time, Drona became a master of divine knowledge and arms. When his father, Bharadwaja, left the mortal world, Drona remained in the forest, continuing his studies with fierce dedication. Eventually, he married Kripi, the wise and pious sister of Kripacharya. They were soon blessed with a son, but this was no ordinary child. At the moment of birth, the baby let out a powerful sound, not a cry, but a mighty neigh, like that of a divine steed. The heavens seemed to tremble at the sound. That cry, reminiscent of Uchchaishrava, the celestial horse, marked the child's destiny. He was named Ashwatthama, the one who neighed like a horse at birth. Drona, overjoyed by the arrival of his son, raised the child with deep affection and unwavering care, all while continuing to hone his martial skills in solitude. But fate had other plans. This very child would soon become the reason Drona stepped out of the forest and onto the path that would lead him straight to the heart of Hastinapur. In the royal city of Hastinapur, Kripacharya had long held the position of royal preceptor. Under his calm and disciplined guidance, the young princes, Pandavas and Kauravas, took their first steps into the world of warfare. He was a man of quiet wisdom, respected for his command over battle sciences and his unwavering composure. But fate had another master in store. One day, a tired and worn-out traveler walked into the royal gardens. His clothes were old and torn, his body weak, and his eyes filled with pain and disappointment. This was Drona, once a respected scholar, now broken by poverty and betrayal. He walked with the silence of a man who had lost everything. Yet, in a moment of need, when the princess struggled to retrieve a ball from a deep well, Drona acted. With astonishing precision, he demonstrated his mastery in archery to retrieve the ball. Each movement a silent proclamation of his unmatched skill. Bhishma, ever watchful, took notice. When he discovered that this quiet, unassuming man was none other than Drona, the famed disciple of the mighty Parshurama, he immediately recognized a greatness that others had overlooked. Drona was summoned, and by the very next day, he was appointed as the chief guru of the royal princes, succeeding Kripacharya. From swordsmanship to archery, from mace combat to strategic warfare, Drona taught them everything. Among all the students, one stood out: Arjuna, whose dedication and skill captured the Guru's heart. And so, two extraordinary men, one born from grass, the other from a pot, came to shape the destiny of the Kuru dynasty, and with it, the course of history. King Janamejaya was deeply curious. He wanted to understand what events had led to Drona's state of distress and brought him into the palace gardens that day. His question revealed the beginning of a powerful story, a story of pain, pride, and hidden greatness. In the next episode, we will explore the emotional struggles that brought Drona to that turning point, the path that changed him from a wandering and broken man into the guiding force behind Arjuna and his brothers. Stay tuned to Katha Yogam for more powerful and moving stories from the Mahabharata. If you appreciate our work, please like and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we upload a new episode.